You know what happened? I got ill in Riyadh and I wanted to fight, but I took the doctors and my dad's and my team's advice and we pulled out the fight. I'm gutted about it, but shit happens in life. But I'm back now, guys, and I can't wait to give you guys some fight. I'm willing to give everything I've got, everything I've got left now at this stage of my career, and you know, become two-time heavyweight champion.
Daniel Dubois, how are you getting on with Daniel, by the way? Do you even speak much? Like, how does it go?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually surprised. He's completely different to what he portrays, like what people think he actually is. Like, no, I was surprised.
It's a disgrace to the sport of boxing. I don't know how or why he's got this shot. Don't think he deserves it. Hasn't beaten anybody of any note. Loses all of the big fights.
Daniel Dubois drops a twist about his clash with Moses Itauma, but it feels less like self-belief and more like an escape hatch. He keeps teasing shocks and upsets while glancing at Joseph Parker to fix old scores. It reeks of doubt. Dubois looks spooked by Moses Itauma, hiding behind recycled lines.
And stop his fight at Parker, you know, go through him. So, you know, there was no plan behind this. This just happened, and you know, if he wants proof and everything, go and ask the border control doctor that came and saw me. But everyone talking, like, I just want to silence all of that. But I'm just ready to go now.
Daniel Dubois keeps flexing like he's ready to flatten anyone, but the undertone keeps pointing to Joseph Parker. He's locked on to rewriting that loss while sidestepping Moses Itauma's surge. The audience isn't fooled. This isn't drive, it's diversion. A tactic to slip away from the true danger calling him out all along.
A lot of people saying that after the Parker thing, that I'm ducking people, but right now I just want to deck someone.
So you'll have any one of those names right now?
Hey?
I said you'll have any of those names right now.
I said you could have any of those names right now. And while Dubois reels off opponents, Moses Itauma offers a sharp contrast. Calmly, he exposes the gap between Dubois's tough talk and actual mindset. He seems puzzled by Dubois's timid vibe in training. Not the beast fans were promised. While Dubois performs the hardman act in front of cameras, Moses spots a fighter unsure of himself, skirting the showdown everyone expects.
Yeah, no, it's literally styles makes fights, doesn't it? Yeah. And I think Dubois, his style is one of my trickiest. So yeah, it gels well.
Even Joseph Parker sounds doubtful. Dubois is supposed to face Moses Itauma next. His guarded words echo what's whispered around the gyms. Dubois is dragging his feet. Parker knows the politics, but drops hints of the truth. Dubois would rather recycle familiar rivals than step in with the young predator nobody wants to face.
Best if it did happen, but as you know, boxing, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that we don't really know of, or that we don't really hear of. And there's things always being lined up, but I'm not too sure that'll happen next.
And while Parker speculates on what's next, Frank Warren steps in with his perspective on Dubois' situation. He tries to cushion it, likening Dubois to Frank Bruno, but the underlying tone is excuses and delay. Moses Itauma is already pounding on the door, yet Dubois is sold as a work in progress needing time. Supporters aren't fooled. They see a boxer stalling on the real storm in front of him.
I thought up until that round, I thought it was a pretty good fight to watch. And Daniel's obviously very disappointed. He's in the dressing room at the moment, and if he's going to come back, he's got to learn from it. He's only 27 years of age. I look back at, Frank Bruno, for example. 3 times he fought for the world title, and he got it in the fourth attempt. And Daniel, he's won a world title,
So Johnny Nelson lays out exactly what splits real fighters from pretenders. Pure focus, isolation, and a stronger mental state. His take shines a spotlight on Dubois' flaw, his stuck recycling excuses and PR chatter, while Moses Itauma already embodies that level Nelson speaks of. Instead of shutting out the noise and locking onto Moses, Dubois keeps chasing old feuds with Joseph Parker and polishing his image. Moses is a teen behaving like a veteran, while Dubois is the veteran looking like a lost beginner. Nelson's analysis makes the contrast crystal clear. UK fans are starting to view Dubois not as the next star, but as someone drifting in fantasyland, reluctant to face the opponent who could define him. Moses Itauma isn't waiting. He's already switched into fight gear.
He's in a room with civilians, with people that are not getting in the ring, are not putting their life on the line to totally get smashed if they get it wrong. They're living in make-believe land. He's the one that's getting in there to do the job. You have to take yourself away from that and put yourself on another level of existence. You've got to do that, and fighters will understand what I'm saying.
Carl Froch speaks on the Hurt Business like a man who's lived every round of it. His take is a wake-up call for Dubois, whose body language around Moses screams survival mode, not battlefield. Frock describes the mentality Moses already wears. No nerves, no alibis, full readiness for punishment and triumph. Dubois instead looks like he's guarding a brand, not chasing glory against the rising prodigy. UK fight fans recall Frock charging into wars without pause. Moses gives off that same fire, while Dubois keeps looping back to Parker and other safer names. Frocker's blunt tone sharpens the contrast. A teenager primed for battle against a heavyweight veteran acting like he has time to stall. In boxing, hesitation means defeat, and Moses smells it.
You're not in party mode, you're in fight mode. You're in, I could be walking to a certain death mode here. This is the hurt game. This is a dangerous, hard sport where people get seriously injured in there. And when you're fighting, you want to be in the mode of fight zone, fight mode. Let's go, I'm going to battle, I'm going to war, I'm a fucking warrior. I'm going in there to do some damage and potentially getting some damage done to me.
Frank Warren's vague reply confirms what supporters already believe. No Moses Itauma fight yet. Somebody in the top 10 is matchmaking language for another soft touch, not the teen phenom everyone's demanding. Warren knows Moses is a nightmare for Dubois right now, and that sidestep just exposes it. UK fans are tired of delays. Moses is desperate to leap up and prove himself against anyone, while Dubois is packaged, shielded, and polished like glass. Warren frames it as careful planning, but to the public it's obvious avoidance. The longer Dubois ducks, the worse it looks. Moses is charging toward greatness. Dubois keeps circling placeholders. Each safe name chips away at his standing. If he keeps swerving, Moses will move past him and Dubois will be etched as the man who blinked.
But you would like to make it, yeah, sorry.
I'd like to, yeah. And we'll see, but he'll fight somebody in the top 10. And we've also got, coming back, Daniel.
Dave Allen doesn't sugarcoat it. He calls Dubois a quitter. That chairman of the quit committee line went viral, fueling the belief that Dubois isn't built for the brutal climb Moses Itauma craves. Walking past Usyk like he was fine, then bowing out is exactly the weakness critics point at. Moses has shown no such cracks. He embraces pressure, chasing the hardest fights. Allen's barb isn't just banter. It's public humiliation. UK fans are spreading it across social media, shifting Dubois's image from feared contender to fragile hype job. Until he proves otherwise in the ring, ideally against Moses, all his talk of shocks and surprises will ring empty. Moses looks like tomorrow. Dubois looks like a man dodging fate with the clock ticking.
10, and he walked straight past Usyk, straight to the corner. He was completely fine. I think, and you know what, it's horrific to say I've quit. It's not horrific to say I'm quit. I'm chairman of the quit committee. I'm top quitter, I guess. Anyway, he quit, yeah.
Shane mostly tries to hand Dubois an exit route, praising his mindset and pinning the Usyk loss on size and experience. But to UK fight fans, it's another excuse layered on top. Everyone knows Usyk is elite. The real name Dubois can't shake is Moses Itauma, a teenage predator without belts but loaded with hunger. Mosley's words may comfort Dubois's camp, but they highlight a pattern. Every stumble gets wrapped in justifications instead of ownership. Meanwhile, Moses isn't leaning on too big or too seasoned. He's calling out top names at 19, sparring grown men, and training like he's been here for years. The commentary sounds supportive, but it only magnifies the split. Dubois is spoken for. Moses speaks and acts himself. That contrast is why UK fans are backing Itauma as the nation's next real star.
No, I think Daniel was in the right mindset. I mean, I just think that Usyk had too much for him, like too much mental, too much experience, too much. He had too much for him. There was nothing he could do about that. If it was a smaller Usyk like it was when he fought the first time, maybe Dubois had a good chance. But now that Usyk's bigger and stronger, he already has this. So yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for the heavyweight division now. Like I think it was.
Dominic Ingles' Viking analogy cuts deep, warning what happens when fighters lose their edge before war. His saying, "You can strut all you want, but only the sharp survive." That hits home for Dubois, stuck between PR posturing and true preparation, while Moses Itauma sharpens daily. Ingles seen many so-called Vikings burn out, and Dubois is leaning toward that same fall. Loud talk, but when the bell rings, hesitation and cover stories. Moses, on the other hand, lives the all-in mindset Ingle admires. No parties, no dulling distractions. Just grinding to dismantle someone like Dubois. Ingles' words aren't history class, they're a warning. Be the warrior or the lesson. Right now, Dubois risks being remembered as the Viking act who never faced the battle fans demanded.
I think the only people who used to party before battle with the Vikings were, and it used to get pissed up and, you know, dull the senses and then go and have a fight. But they were going to proper die if they, you know, if they were into battle. It was a do or die situation. So maybe it's the same mentality, but...
Commentary: this isn't just another heavyweight fight. It's a trial of courage, legacy, and truth. Moses Itauma has smashed every hurdle, a teenage prodigy moving like a seasoned pro. Meanwhile, Daniel Dubois circles names and repeats talk of shocks and surprises. If Moses wins, he cements himself as Britain's next dominant force, the new standard of hunger and fearlessness. If Dubois somehow pulls the upset, he saves his career and silences the months of ducking talk. But he'll need to transform into the warrior fans haven't yet seen. Right now, momentum, energy, and faith rest with Moses Itauma. What about you? Are you riding with the young lion to take over, or do you believe Dubois finally rises? Drop your call in the comments below.